What's up, guys? It's Friday. It's about 2 o'clock in the afternoon. And as promised in my last video, it's gonna, get a little bit organized with the future videos, kind of give you some insight as to my current split, getting ready for my guest postings I got coming up on August 1st and August 15th. Just really quick, if you guys are looking to be entertained by these videos, then I definitely think you probably should go watch something else because I'm definitely not in the entertainment business. My main objective is to share my experience with you guys as far as bodybuilding, and sometimes my life. And if somebody could take something from that and learn and improve themselves, then I'm all for that. Because basically, that's how I've learned over the years is trial and error, and basically taking snippets from other people and kind of making it my own. So, and by any means am I saying that what I do everybody should do, because that's furthest from the truth. So basically, you guys have probably seen, well, some of you I've seen on Instagram, I'll hashtag SST. I get a lot of people saying, what the hell is SST? So basically, I'm going to break it down for you guys right now. So here we go. Simplify shit training. That's basically what SST means. And that's basically been my philosophy for a long, long time, is to keep things simple. So right now, that doesn't change. I'm doing an upper lower split, very simple. 4 times per week is the goal. 2 on, 1 off, 2 on, 2 off, or a fit to life schedule. Like the latest Eric Helms video, for the first video of his training pyramid series, he touches on, fitting things to life schedule, because that's pretty darn important. If you can't, fit things in accordingly, it just makes, your training that much more stressful and hard to get in. So that's definitely a huge priority for me. Um, but exercise form, that is like a priority as well. That's like the most important thing in my training, is to make sure my form is spot on. If it's not spot on, then I definitely am not scared to kind of lower the poundage down or the volume down to clean it up to improve my efficiency. So as far as progression goes, of course, my goal is to add poundage and to add volume, but then again, I want to make sure that the form is spot on. And if it's not, then yeah, I'm going to definitely lower things down in order to clean it up and improve my efficiency. And then once the efficiency looks good, the form looks good, then I'll continue on with trying to work the poundage and the volume back up. As far as like my power and my hypertrophy. So basically for power exercises like the big three, the bench, squat, deadlift, I aim to leave a minimum of 2 reps in the tank. I want to definitely stay away from failure on those, because I think, especially deadlifts and squats, chances for injury are definitely higher if you're pushing the envelope a little too much. So I make sure I leave a minimum 2 reps, just to keep myself safe. Because if you're hurt, if you hurt yourself or you have a strain or whatever, you're not going to be able to train at a high level. You're gonna have to kind of try to work around those things. So your progress, therefore, is going to be slowed down anyways. So it's better just to be a little bit on the conservative side. Keep yourself safe, because it's going to ensure you're going to be able to train healthy, and you're going to get more long-term progress that way. And as far as hypertrophy, same thing, minimum about 1 to 2 in the tank. Definitely to try to keep myself safe, and also, not to kind of burn myself out, and to make sure that, every workout I go into, I'm feeling recovered and not feeling like I'm toasted. And the last video that I put out, I think there was a question, I can't remember who it was from, but basically asked, do I take any time off? Like during the off season, do I take any time off? And I just came off of a 4-day layoff, because the week prior I had trained 4 days in a row. I was trying to cram everything in. My life schedule is crazy, so instead of stretching things out, I tried to cram it all in, and basically it burned me out. And in the last workout I did, out of those 4 days, I pushed the volume a little too much, so I overreached too much, and basically I got wiped out. So yeah, I needed the time away. I needed 4 days literally, to kind of recover. After 2 days, I felt better, but I took an additional day just to be safe, and then life kind of caught up with me because my stepdaughter had a softball party to go to. Her season ended, so they had a party, so I had to go to that. So I didn't have the time to train, which ended up being a blessing in disguise because that fourth train off day really did help me. So yes, I do take some time off when needed in the off season, and even when I'm prepping, I'll do it. So basically, as far as my upper lower split, here's block one. So basically each block I do is like 4 weeks long, and this is how kind of my scheme is for the big three for power. So basically the first week, I do 3 sets by 6 reps. The second week I do 3 sets by 5. I aim to increase weight because the rep range does come down by 1. Of course, that's based on form. And then the third week I go to 3 sets by 4, and again try to increase load as long as my form is where it needs to be. Fourth week I deload it. I go to 3 sets by 6 reps. So basically I just deload it by reducing the loads. So that's basically how I attack the big three: deads, bench, and squat. And of course, like I touched on already, I definitely leave at least 2 reps in the tank on these to make sure that I don't injure my 44-year-old body. Getting to the hypertrophy, this is kind of how I attack hypertrophy for the first block for the 4 weeks. So basically for the first week, three sets by 8 to 10 reps. Second week, we increase it to 4 sets by 8 to 10 reps. And then the third week, we go to 5 sets by 8 to 10 reps. 8 to 10 reps. And then by the time I'm done with week 3, after 5 sets, I'm pretty toasted. So that fourth week, I know some people, I can't stand deloads because, it feels like I'm not doing anything. But after overreaching in the third week with 5 sets, I welcome the deload. So basically, I just lower the volume down to 3 sets, but I maintain the loads. Sometimes, when we reduce loads during deloads, when we come off of a deload, we try to go back to the loads we were doing prior to the deload. I found it makes it kind of hard for me to kind of hit those loads. So by maintaining the loads but lowering down the volume on the hypertrophy, I could definitely keep the loads going. So here we go. This is the first upper body workout I did yesterday. There's some clips to follow of my entire workout. So basically I started with a bench press, the power. I followed up with hypertrophy with the bench, Smith rows, a closed grip pull down, a press down, and a curl of choice, which happened to be cable curls on that particular workout yesterday. So here's the bench, the power first set. So again, the target's 3 by 6, and form is that's my main objective, to make sure that every single rep, the first one to the last one, looks exactly the same as far as the form. The weight obviously is not very heavy. It's only 230 pounds. This is my second bench session in the last 6 months. I've been really just focusing on dumbbell presses, trying to see if that would actually make a difference as far as my chest development. But about 2 weeks ago, my shoulders were starting to kind of nag me with the dumbbell press, so I switched to bench, and it kind of seems to help with the pain. And I know some people, it's kind of the opposite. You go away from bench and go to dumbbells, that kind of helps the shoulders. But for me, for some reason, the bench press right now is feeling pretty good, so I'm kind of stick with it. But yeah, again, it looked pretty good. And I would say that, I definitely was leaving 2 in the tank, on these sets. So next week I'll probably increase by 5 pounds and do my 3 by 5s. I didn't record the hyper sets on bench just because I thought it'd be a little monotonous for the video. But I did do 3 sets of 8 with 205. Then I moved to Smith rows, and I love this movement for me. And you can see how basically I reset each rep. And really, that really does help me to not toast my legs or my lower back. I think, with regular bent rows, when there's no, when you're not rest pausing it takes a lot out of your legs and your lower back. And if you have lower body workouts to follow, like squats, deadlifts, it really can affect those lifts just because you're taxing your legs so much. So with the Smith machine, I'm able to, you can see, I'm resetting each rep. So it's really not taking too much out of my lower back or my legs. But here I did 3 sets of 8 reps with 2 plates, I believe it was. And basically this is kind of my bread and butter this off season, and now going into my contest prep or guest posing prep. This has been my bread and butter, and I kind of just love this movement. And I'm a simple guy, simplify shit. I'll just run with an exercise until I feel like I need to change. Basically, when I get kind of bored, which is very rare. And then the second back movement was closed grip pull downs. You guys probably seen my back training video on cues a while back where I went with the pistol. I talked about the pistol grip, and I definitely have noticed that my back is feeling it a hell of a lot more, because this whole off season and now with the guest posing prep, I've really put an emphasis with this grip on some of my back movements, and I probably use it about 80 to 90% of the time. And I do think it's making a pretty significant difference, just because it really does take away the biceps and the forearm, and it really just makes you use your lats first in the movement. So it forces you to kind of pull with the elbows versus pulling with the hands. But here I did 3 sets. I think the weight was about 180 pounds on my stack. I did 8 reps. And I definitely think, next week I'll be able to move the weight up. Form looked pretty clean. So I'll probably move it up to like 185 and see if I could get my 3 sets of 8 to 10 next week. But yeah, here's another angle. And basically, the goal with all my back movements, I think, is definitely keeping the lower back arched and your chest, rib cage upwards. If you tend to kind of let go of that arch and you round over, let's say your back rounds over, then a lot of biceps and shoulders come into play. So that's kind of been key for me. But moving on to the next exercise was tricep press downs. And the goal here, again, was 3 sets, 8 to 10 reps. I did not hit my targets. I think I hit, I want to say 8 or 9 maybe on this first set, so I was okay there. But the second and thirds, I'm not sure if I got the targets or not. I think I fell short maybe on the third one. I can't recall. But yeah, even though I was falling short, I wanted to make sure that the form stays the same, looks the same. Try to make it look the same for the first rep to the last rep. Even on my grinder reps, like towards the end of a set, I think the tendency with some people is, because of the struggle, we tend to like panic a little bit maybe, and then we start to use a little bit of body language and try to ask other muscle groups to try to get involved and to complete the rep. But for me, I try to stay poised and really just keep that focus on the work itself with that muscle group, and not let go of I should say not letting other muscle groups kind of take over. So I think with the grinder reps, I've really kind of learned to have poise and not to kind of lose my shit basically, in a nutshell. And I think it's definitely a good thing to kind of avoid injury as well, and also to make sure that you're keeping that tension in the right place, and that is on the targeted muscle. You can see here where I'm grinding a little bit, but you can see that I'm staying poised, and there you go. I couldn't finish the rep. And then I finished off with cable curls. I did 3 sets. Again, I didn't hit my targets. This is actually the last set. I didn't get the other 2 sets on film. And the target was, again, 8 to 10 reps, but I think I fell short here. I think I might have gotten 6. And towards the end, you'll see me grinding out again. But again, I'm not, even though I'm grinding and I'm falling short, I'm not like asking momentum, or I'm not trying to alter, asking body language to kind of change the leverage in order to complete the rep. I'm just making the bicep work as far as it'll work, and then I call it a day. But anyways, guys, that's the first workout. Today I'm going in to do lower body. I'll record it. I will get it all uploaded, and I will work on that video next. So hope you guys enjoyed, and enjoy your weekend.